and haunt us and freak us out and scare us. And come to find out later on from a medicine man too, was that that whole area too where I grew up at is an old burial ground that's right there too, very very deep underground. And I guess those spirits kind of come up and they go and they freak us out. I remember some of the tales that we had was like I had my cousins over for I think it was a holiday or something like that, and then so their family went to go I think to go eat with my parents, and I don't know what they did. They went to go PTs or whatever, go hang out at the bar or something like that, and then they're just having a good time or go watch some
Mhm.
movies or something. And so you know how it is like kids, the kids all just stay home and we watch movies and stuff, and so we ended up falling
For
asleep.
yourself.
Yeah, take care of
Wow.
yourself. You guys got here's some pizza. You guys will be all right. You know? And so we ended up watching a movie and we all fell asleep in my room. And in the middle, we had one of those old it's not really old, but like they still have them. But it's like a water dispenser that had those 5-gallon water jugs on there in the kitchen.
Mhm.
And we were sleeping in the middle of the night. Like we heard that whole 5-gallon water jug get pushed over and fall over and all this water just gets sprayed everywhere. So we're like, we wake up, my older brother's like, "What the fuck?" And this is before he got his gift. And then we all get up and we go make our way over to the kitchen area and turn on all the lights and everything. And that water jug is still right there. It wasn't knocked over or anything like that. And we're just like, we heard the water, we heard, like, it's a very distinct sound when you hear "dum dum dum dum," like,
Yeah.
if you, like, refill those waters and everything, you knock it, it makes a certain sound. So there's, like that's the only sound it could make in the whole kitchen. We're just like, "What the heck?" And so my cousins were like,
Mm.
"You live in a haunted house, bro? What's going on?" You know? And they were kinda, like, freaking out. And so, again, another time that happened was, one of my cousins saw a shadow figure inside of the doorway to my room. This was a separate time that they spent the night. And they were like, they started screaming and freaking out. We're like, what is that? What is that? And then like I wake up and I look and I see it for a brief second, but then it disappears out of nowhere. And then I was just like, what? I thought it was like their dad or my dad or something like that. And then
Yeah.
like they come running down the hallway turning on the lights. And then it was my dad and his dad right there. And then we were just like, weren't you guys just standing in front of our door? They're like, "No." And so, sure enough, I'm thankful and glad that my parents weren't the ones that were like, "Oh, you're just imagining things. Oh, it's just your eyes playing tricks." They're like, "Okay, we're gonna get a medicine man over here," you know? So, do a,
Yeah, they
protection
believe
prayer.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, like that we're gonna get a protection prayer and blessing for you guys in the home too and try to figure out what's going on.